Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video what we're going to do is we are going to go over every single S Pen feature, every function, every tip, every trick, every feature for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. So I want you guys to master your smartphone and your S Pen. I'm also going to drop a link to purchase the S Pen down below if you don't have one yet and you want to buy it after you watch this video. This is the S Pen, and I'll let you know S Pen has 3 dimensions of functionality. We're going to go over each one of them. The video is going to be broken down into 3 parts. So the first thing we're going to do is if I go to my settings right over here, okay, and if I go into my advanced features, you are going to see that we have a whole bunch of S Pen settings right here. That's the first dimension. We're going to go over everything top to bottom. Number 2, we have the Air Actions. So I'm going to click on this guy. Now I will let you know Air Actions is only available if you buy the S Pen Pro, which I have right here. I'm going to drop a link to this below. If you don't want the Air Actions, you can get the regular S Pen Z Fold edition. The only difference is this one has the Air Actions. This menu here, that's the second dimension. And the regular Z Fold pen right here does not have access to Air Actions because Air Actions require Bluetooth connection, and the S Pen Pro has that Bluetooth connection. So just so you know, it is not an essential function. It's going to be up to you to make that decision if you need this or not. So that's going to be the second thing we're going to go over. And in the final phase of the video, we are going to go over the Air Command menu. So if I click the button on the screen, anywhere in the phone, if I click the button, it brings up the Air Command menu right here. Okay? And this Air Command menu is fully customizable and has lots of functions. I'm going to teach you everything. So let's dive in and get started. The first thing I want to do is I want to actually go to my settings, go into my advanced features, and start with my regular S Pen functions. Now Air Actions, we're going to come back to it later. Let's start off with the screen off memo. So when the screen off memo is in fact enabled, what you can do is when your screen is turned off, you can press the button here, the pen button, double tap on the screen, and what that's going to do is it's going to bring up a quick note. So even if your phone is locked, you can take some notes on the go. It's great for note taking, like I said, on the go, on the fly. Okay, and then you click save and it gets saved. You can go into your phone and you can access that note through Samsung Notes application. So that's the screen off memo. Okay, you can disable it or you can enable it. Now one thing I'm going to let you know with the screen off memo is if I do go here, if I press the button double tap, it's going to activate that. I do have the option to pick a different color. So that kind of looks cool if you want to use a different color to take your notes. Also functionally useful. So I'm going to save that. And again, if I want to access those notes, I go to my Samsung Notes. It's going to show up right here. As you can see, you can edit that even further. So that's number 1. Number 2, back at the settings, advanced features, S Pen, we have the quick create notes. So this one works without you having to lock the screen. So let's say you're doing anything on your screen, you're on a website doing some research and you want to quickly jot down a note. All you do is you press and hold this button again and double tap on the screen. It's going to bring up a quick memo, but this time your phone is unlocked already. So that's a great feature again, and you can start writing. You can pick the pens that you want from here, pencil, pen, change the size, whatever. You got your highlighter if that's what you need. You got your colors, you got everything, okay? And again, once you're done with this note here, you can simply tap on the top here and just exit out. It's going to be saved automatically. So that's number 2. Number 3, what we have is we have this wonderful feature known as S Pen to text. I'm going to enable it. When you go inside, it tells you what it can do. So you can basically write anywhere on the screen where there is availability. So for example, let me just go outside. Okay, also enable this feature, show writing toolbar. I'll show you what that is. So if I go to my Internet Explorer here, my Chrome web browser, anywhere you can actually use the keyboard to type, you can start writing with the S Pen. So look at this. I can start writing www.whatever.com. That is fantastic. And here's that little toolbar we were talking about. So this toolbar allows you to put spaces, X things out, or just bring up the keyboard if that's what you want, and that's going to be a floating keyboard. So that's just an easy way to start writing wherever there's a writing field. It also works for text messages. Just start writing and it's going to convert that. Let me show it to you. Let's just say Google. And I'm writing like crap over here. You can see it's still very accurate to translate. So it's a great little option that you can use, no problem. Now let's go back. Now we have the air view. This is actually one of my favorite features. Let me show you what it does. So you enable this, and then you can hover the S Pen over the things that you're interacting with, and it's going to give you a little bit of a preview. So we can do calendars, events, pictures in the gallery. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me go to my gallery. So here's my gallery. Without touching the screen, I can simply hover over photos, and it's going to give me a preview of that photo. I'm not touching the screen, and I can even delete the photo from here, and I can even get little tips as to what I am pointing at. So that's the delete, and that is the share button. And all this without me even touching the screen. So let's do the video, for example. When I do the video, it's going to actually play the video as it previews it. All this is happening with the S Pen. So this also works in calendar. So let me just bring up my calendar here. So right there. So if I were to actually hover over here, I'm going to get an opening and it's going to give me a quick preview. Okay. Look at this right here. Veterans Day, credit card due, all these things are popping up. You can quickly preview things as you please. So that's that. Let's go back to the settings. Now this one here is the show pointer when hovering. Now as you hover your phone over your screen, you're going to see a little pointer right next to the tip of the actual pen. Before you touch the screen, you're going to see that pointer just hovering over the screen. You can disable that if it's distracting, okay? So I'm going to keep it disabled for this video. No more pointers when I point the S Pen onto the screen. Now let's move on to the air command. Now this portion here has to do with the air command that I'm going to talk about in a second. But because I'm going to talk about that separately, I am going to currently skip that small portion. Come right back to it in a minute. I'm going to skip this area right here. Just go down and I'm going to look at these things. So we have the feedback option. So you can set your device to play sounds while you are writing on the screen. Okay. So again, if I bring my Samsung Notes application, okay, if I create a brand new note here, as I write, let me just tap on the pen. You're gonna hear it's making some writing noises. Now the microphone may not be able to pick that up, but you can try it on your phone and you'll see it's gonna make writing noises, making the whole thing feel more natural. So you can enable or disable that. If you disable this, you're actually saving some battery life, but you can keep it enabled if you want enhanced feedback. And of course you have Find My S Pen feature. Basically, I'm not gonna click this because it's gonna give away my location. But all you do is tap on this one and it will find your S Pen. So you're not going to lose it. It's an expensive little writing tool. You don't want to lose it. If you do lose it, boom, you can just tap with your fingers and it's going to find and locate your S Pen. And that's it. That's it for the S Pen options right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys the air actions. Then we'll come back and we're going to look at the air command I just talked about. We'll talk about all these three options. So let's look at the air actions. I'm going to tap on it, and the S Pen is currently connected to my phone. This is the S Pen Pro. It is using Bluetooth to connect to the phone, and it is available with 90% battery. With the S Pen Pro, you can charge the battery with a USB Type-C port right by plugging it right here. So that's not a big deal. But we have 90% battery, and basically air actions allow you to control your phone using the S Pen remotely. So let me show you one example. Let's look at the gallery. So choose what actions happen when you perform air actions in the apps below. So you can choose any application you want. Let's just choose the camera, tap on it. So look, the single press of a button here takes a picture or records a video. So you can remotely control your camera. You also have the gestures. So if I press the button and go up like this, as the arrow shows, that is also going to switch the cameras. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to launch the camera. So right now, if I double press this button, look at this. It switched to the rear camera, which you cannot see right now because it's on the table. If I double press it again, it's going to switch back here. And if I want to take a photo, I just press this button. Look, that just took a photo. The photo is right here. So that's what's happening. You can remotely control your device. So fantastic remote controlling functionalities with the Air Actions. I'm going to show you guys one more example so you can use this with music, so you can control your music and all that stuff. So let's go down here and look at that. We have the gallery, we have the voice recorder. If you download the music application, it's going to show up right here as well. But let's go to the gallery app. So I'm going to launch gallery. Look at this. I'm going to bring up this photo. When I press it one time, it goes to the next photo. One more time, next photo, next video photo, whatever we have. If I double press it, it takes it back. Double press, takes it back. So you can even give a presentation with this thing if you have those slides. But again, Air Actions allow you to control your phone as a Bluetooth, only available with the S Pen Pro. If you don't want this functionality, you can just get the regular version of the S Pen Z Fold Edition, which is going to be cheaper. But if you want to figure out what you can do with any of these support applications, you click on the app. It'll tell you what the single press of the button does, what the double press of the button does. So those are the Air Actions, all right? And I do want to let you know with the Air Actions, at the bottom here, you have media controls. So single press, play pause music, double press, play next track, and with the gestures, you can do volume up and down and all that good stuff. Press the button, follow the gesture, that's it. And on the top, we have this option as well. So it says, hold down pen button to activate whatever you want. So look at this. I can actually do it like this. Let's choose home. Okay. So now when I hold down the pen button, it's going to go home because that's what I set it up to do right here. Or I can launch the camera or whatever I want from all these options. Launch any app that you want. Or what you can do is you can use to go back. I can also go home by using this gesture here. So let me change this to just create a note. Okay, or I can use any one of these gestures. Just press the button and follow the gesture and it's going to do what you want it to do. And all these guys are customizable. So let's say you use the calculator application a lot. You can just choose it to launch when you press this button and go like this. When you do these gestures, you do not want to be close to the screen. You want to be away from the screen, okay? If you do it here and you press the button, it just brings up the air command. If I click this, it brings up the air command. You want to be back, press, and then go like this. Press and go like this. And that's going to bring up the calculator application as you just saw. So remote control functionalities under Air Actions. And that's it with this menu. Now let's move on and talk about every single thing you can do with the air command here. Before I dive into all these powerful features, I want to let you know you can add more things to the menu by clicking the plus icon, and you can also tap on settings to go into the settings of the S Pen that we were just in. And when I go down, here's the shortcuts. So if I click on shortcuts, these are all the shortcuts right here that actually show up when I click this button right here. Okay? Under these shortcuts, let me go back here again. If I don't want something, I can tap on this and remove it. Okay, and then if I want something from here, I can just add it. As you can see, I can add a whole bunch of shortcuts. We can have maximum of 10 shortcuts right here. So I can also delete all these. Okay, let me show you what's going on here so you understand exactly what's happening. I can press, let's just say I use this application all the time, calculator. So now when I go out and I press the button here, single, it brings up the air command menu that I just customized, all right? That's just fantastic. So tap on settings, go back into shortcuts. You can add whatever you want. Any application that you use a lot, you can have it right there. Now, in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add things that are powerful features. So these are the S Pen features. These are just the apps. I'm going to show you guys all the S Pen features. So let's add the ones that I want to show: translate, magnify, glance, write or own calendar. So these are the most important ones. I'm going to show you how these work. These are pretty self-explanatory. Create a note. You click the plus sign, it just creates a note. That's it. You don't even need that here. You can have it there if you want, but it's pretty easy to guess what that is. So let's start. Press on plus. Just as an example, if I click create note, it's just going to allow me to create a note. No problem. So let's start with Smart Select. This is a powerful tool. When you click it, you get this little toolbar at the bottom. You can select a circle. You can select this custom cutting tool, or you can get the square, and then you can choose any portion of the screen and take a screenshot of it. And on top of that, you can edit this with your S Pen by writing on it. Even use any pen that you want, any color, and just customize it, mark it up and just send it to whoever you want. And of course, it doesn't have to be the home screen. If you're on a website, let's just go to google.com here. So it's not working, but whatever. Let's say you're on a website researching. You press the button, Smart Select. Let's say you want to share something with your buddy in a circle format. You just select that, tap on the pen icon. Okay, look at that, beautiful. Then you can save it to your gallery. That saved it to my gallery. So when I launch my gallery, that screenshot is right here, the circle and my markups, and I can just share this with whoever I want. So powerful little feature. Let's move on to the next thing. So press the button. We have the screen write. Now the screen write takes a screenshot of the entire screen. Tap, click. And then what it allows you to do is, again, edit that. So you can have your pens, pencils, whatever. You can mark it up, draw, arrows, circles, whatever you want to do. Again, you can either share that from here, or you can just save it. As I hover, it tells me what I can do. Save, okay? And I do have the eraser function, so I can erase all that stuff if I just want to restart. So that's screen write. Take a screenshot of any area. Again, you can be anywhere. I can have this guy right here. Press the button and just do a screen write. That took a screenshot. Now I can start marking this thing up. Perfect, okay? Fantastic. Let's move on to the next one. So press the button. Live messages, a fun tool. Tap on it. Just allow the options while using the application is what I do normally. And here's the best part. So over here, we have this color palette. And I can do some really cool things. So first, let's pick a color. So I'm going to pick this color. That's the background color. I'm going to say start drawing. And then I'm going to grab a pen here. We have all these various pens. And you can do some really cool things with it. Look at this. Just say, hi. I wrote something. Now what I can do is I can play that thing. Okay? And then I can click done and save it as a video. And then I can share this with somebody. So here's a share button. So this video that's playing is going to be shared with anybody. You can do anything that you want. Click on color, pick a background, pick a pen. Okay, they got cool options here. So let's say something really, look at that. Just got a heart right over here. I can send that to anybody that I want. You click on done and then you share. So that's live messages. Fantastic. And I want to let you know, you can do the same thing if you take a photo of something, or you can just do it from your gallery, okay? So many options to write messages and animate them. Let's move on. Next option, click the button, and we have the translate feature. This is a fantastic feature. Let's go to a website, google.com, all right? Here it is. I'm going to go to news. I just need an article, okay? So let's go into this article right here, and I'm going to go down. Actually, here we have some text. I'm going to use this text. So if I tap on this button, and if I bring translate, first you choose translate from. So that's going to be English. And then over here, we have this little bar, translate to, let's just say Japanese, okay? So what I can do now, I can point on words, and that's going to translate that word to the language I chose. Let's just go for something simple here, Spanish. So if I hover over that word, boom, lawyers, abogados, okay, or have tango. I don't know Spanish, by the way, so I'm just saying it probably incorrectly. But you can choose any language to any language. And look at this. If I tap on this guy, I can select the entire paragraph. So the whole paragraph has been translated. Amazing little tool. And I can have this anywhere I want on the screen at all times, or exit out when I'm done. Let's press the button. Let's see what else we have. We have the magnify feature. Tap on it. Now I have a magnifier. Okay. We have this little toolbar. I can choose the magnification level, and I can just point and magnify. If I want to see something properly, boom, boom, magnify. X, you're done when you're done. Tap the button. Let's go to the next thing. We have the glance feature, one of my favorite features. Whatever you have, like I was in here right now, okay? So let's say I want to use this article to write something else. I use glance. Look at this. Tap, it goes here. So I'm doing something over here, and let's say I want to glance at this article. I just bring the pen, glance. When I go away, goes down. Glance. Goes away. Perfect. When you're done, you can grab this guy and you can just remove it from the glance feature. That's that. And then what we have is we have write or on calendar. Powerful feature. Tap it. And here's the calendar. I can actually write on the calendar. And that's going to be on the 15th. Just like you would scribble on a piece of paper or on a wall calendar. So on the 17th, I can write whatever. 16th, I can zoom in and really put some details, you know, XX, whatever. So, or just mark a calendar. I can choose a color from here. This is just incredible, okay? So you can mark up your calendar and then save it. When you go back and launch the calendar, all these changes are going to show up there. Look at that. Beautiful. And that's the Air command, the power of Air command. Fully customizable, like I said. You can go to settings. You can go over to Air command menu and change the shortcuts. You can show the Air command icon, which is this black icon right here. I don't like that. I'm just going to disable it. And you also have the option to open Air command with the pen button. So this you want, because when you click this, it brings it up. If you have this, then you can disable this. Now you can click this to bring up the Air command. It's all up to you. But everything is fully customizable. And that does bring us to the end of this video, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. I hope you guys learned something. And the links to buy the S Pens are down below. Have a fantastic day.